Okay, y'all. So yesterday, my coworker and I were looking through some emails that had been sent out in the company, and one of our coworkers had sent an email in which she listed several holiday names, and we noticed that she spelled Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Rudolf, and we both were immediately like Adolf. And then it hit me. I'm like, oh my lord, Rudolph Antler, the fascist reindeer. And my coworker Sean and I, we started kicking some ideas back and forth. And well, one thing led to another, and this video was born. I just want to say in advance, I don't make light of what happened during World War II. It was just the more we thought about the ridiculousness of a fascist reindeer, the more ideas kept coming, and I just had to put it together. So anyway, this is the result.
Auf der Heide blüht ein kleines Blümelein, und das heißt...
All Rudolph wanted was to play in their reindeer games, but they would never let him. Fawns can be cruel like that, and his shining red deformity made him an outcast. They used to laugh at him. They used to call him all sorts of awful names. Oh yes, they used to. Then the Great War came, and the reindeer land was all but erased from the North Pole. The heavy reparation conditions laid out after the war and the surrender agreement were oppressive, to say the least. The people were beaten down, angry, and disillusioned with the reigning government, desperate for a strong leader, and he gave them one, rallying them with inspirational words of national pride and a shared hatred for those at whose feet they laid blame for their struggles, the elves. At first, he was labeled a traitorous insurrectionist by the existing leadership, and it was during the prison sentence given to him that he wrote his great manifesto, Rein Kampf, a book which would go on to serve as an inspirational to evil deer the world over long after his defeat. His nose brought him shame, but his brilliant motivational manner of speaking brought him followers and, eventually, and more importantly, unprecedented power. He and his loyal but twisted general Santa Claus and his wife Irma for a time restored the reindeer land's formidable military might, and with aspirations of taking over the world, which he almost did through the incredible might of his Giftwaffe pilots and the savage ground attacks of his Blitzkrieg tank units, and in the process almost wiped out the elves who had been enslaved during his reign in the horrors of the Ho-Ho Holocaust. The scope of Rudolph Antler's depravity wouldn't be fully understood until years after the Second Great War. His evil general designated all people as either loyal reindeer or enemies of the state, which is to say, under his rule you were either naughty or nice. He made detailed lists and always checked them twice. The nice were rewarded with gifts of all kinds, while those deemed naughty were either worked to death in the camps making toys or euthanized with the horrific nerve gas they referred to as Christmas spirit. It took the combined militaries of multiple nations to beat him, and when it was clear the war was lost, it said that he killed himself with a loaded candy cane, though there are those who say he escaped and made his way to Antarctica, where he would die of natural causes years later. Nobody knows for sure what became of history's most infamous reindeer, but we know the legacy of evil he left behind as a stain on the pages of history.